Welcome to the Halloween. It's a true story. I was 12 years old, and my family decided on a last-minute Halloween getaway. We ended up at this tiny, secluded resort tucked deep in the woods. It had maybe 10 little cabins scattered around, and the forest just seemed to swallow everything. It was supposed to be a kid's paradise, a haunted hayride, carnival games, candy apples, the works. Right away, I met this kid named Ryan. He was wearing a skeleton costume, and we hit it off instantly. We became an unstoppable team, absolutely dominating the ring toss game and stuffing our pillowcases so full of candy they were practically bursting. It was the perfect Halloween. Then, 7 p.m. hit. Time for the main event, the haunted hayride. The old tractor chugged to life and pulled our hay-filled wagon into the pitch-black woods. Fake zombies with terrible makeup jumped out from behind trees, and everyone screamed and laughed. It was all good fun, until it wasn't. The ride slowed to a crawl in the darkest part of the trail. The hired spooks did their thing, and then there was this moment of dead silence. I glanced to my left, toward the edge of the woods, and my blood ran cold. There was a man standing in the shadows, just beyond the reach of the tractor's lights. He wore a plain black jacket and a baseball cap pulled low, his hands stuffed in his pockets. He wasn't one of the costumed workers. He wasn't doing anything. He was just watching me. I blinked, hoping my eyes were playing tricks on me, but he was still there. Our eyes met for a split second, and a jolt of pure ice shot through my veins. It wasn't a curious glance. It was an intense, predatory starry. The hayride lurched forward, and when I looked back, he was gone. I tried to shake it off, but the feeling of being watched lingered. About an hour later, Ryan and I were grabbing more snacks from the main table. I casually scanned the area, and there he was again, standing at the tree line, about 30 feet away, partially hidden by the darkness. Same guy, same jacket, same unnerving stare, fixed right on me. "Who's that guy?" I whispered to Ryan. He shrugged. "I don't know. Maybe he works here." "No," I insisted, my voice trembling a little. He was out in the dark woods, Ryan, just standing there. That unsettled him, too. The fun vibe was starting to fade. By 9 p.m., the main party was winding down. Most families were heading back to their cabins. That's when Ryan, trying to bring the spooky fun back, dared me. "Hey, let's go down that scary trail by the woods. You know, for the Halloween vibes." It sounded like a dumb, fun idea. So, we grabbed our flashlights and headed toward a narrow, unlit path that branched off from the main resort area. We walked about 200 feet in, passing a faded private property sign. We were just being dumb kids, chucking rocks into the darkness and pretending to summon ghosts, laughing and trying to scare each other. That's when we heard it. Crunch. Crunch. It wasn't twigs snapping. It was the heavy, deliberate sound of footsteps, an adult's weight. Our laughter died in our throats. We froze, pointing our flashlights down the path behind us. A figure stepped into the beam of my light. It was him. Same black jacket, same low-brimmed cap. A chillingly calm smile spread across his face. "Hey there, boys," he said, his voice smooth and friendly. "You like candy?" He held out his hand, and the orange wrapper of a Reese's peanut butter cup glinted in the flashlight beam. "I've got a lot more back in my cabin." My stomach dropped into my shoes. Every alarm bell in my head was screaming. This wasn't right. I grabbed Ryan's arm. "Run," I screamed. We didn't wait for a reply. We just turned and bolted. Boom, boom, boom. The sound of his heavy boots pounded the dirt path right behind us. He was chasing us. The path seemed to stretch on forever. My lungs burned, my legs felt like lead, and the only thing I could hear was our panicked breathing and his relentless footsteps getting closer. Then, we saw at the lights of the resort. We burst out of the woods and into the main clearing, screaming our heads off. Adults spun around, their faces a mix of confusion and alarm. We pointed back at the trail, gasping for breath, trying to explain. The path behind us was empty and silent. Our parents and the resort staff grabbed flashlights and searched the entire trail, the woods, everything. They found nothing. No man. No footprints other than ours. The next morning, the police came. They checked guest records, license plates, everything. There was zero trace. No one matching his description had ever checked in. He was a ghost. For weeks after, I saw him in every shadow, every dark corner. Ryan told me he couldn't sleep for a month. We were just 2 seconds away from trusting a friendly stranger with candy. One wrong decision, and that Reese's could have been the last thing we ever saw. That was my real Halloween lesson. Sometimes, the scariest monsters are the ones who offer you candy. Thanks for listening to my story. If you have a scary story of your own, share it in the comments below. And if you want to hear more, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Stay safe out there.